everybody and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to remove old bonnet stripes from a Mini Cooper and install the new ones. This is a very simple DIY project that any of you can do at home that will give your Mini a better, cleaner look. The bonnet stripes on my Mini unfortunately are not genuine ones. The genuine Mini bonnet stripes consist of one piece, which makes it perfect for the installation and removal when needed. The bonnet stripes on my Mini consist of three pieces and two pieces are very thin, which makes it really hard to pull up when removing the vinyl from the bonnet. However, I'll show you a couple techniques that I'm going to be using, which are going to assist me in removing the thinner parts of the stripes, and hopefully it's going to help you if your Mini has a non-genuine bonnet stripe that you need to remove. The whole process consists of 5 main steps: tools and preparation, removing old stripes, removing leftover adhesive, installing new stripes, and finishing touches. Firstly, here is what you need for the job. For the preparation step, you'll need towels. In my case, I use paper towels and a spray bottle with tap water. For the removal of the bonnet stripes, you'll need a heat gun. Any heat gun will do. If you have a heat gun with a temperature setting, that's even better. A hairdryer can work as well, and a used credit card. If you do decide to use credit card, make sure it's an old credit card that you don't use to make purchases, because there's a high chance you're gonna damage it. I love using them because they make a clear separation between the car body and the adhesive of the vinyl. Doesn't scratch the paint and removes the vinyl nicely. Highly recommend. Then after we remove the bonnet stripe, there's going to be some glue residue. To remove the glue residue, I use isopropyl alcohol, microfiber towel, and if it still doesn't come off, I use credit card. For the bonnet stripe application process, I use obviously bonnet stripes. These ones are original from Mini and BMW. I use a spray bottle with a application solution. However, you could still use soapy water if you don't want to spend money on it. Masking tape, stripe applicator. It's very important to have a stripe applicator that has soft side, so it doesn't scratch or damage the bonnet stripes or paint. And the microfiber towel. So the first step would be to use the spray bottle and a paper towel and clean the area. The main aim here is to remove any contamination that is left on the surface of the bonnet. That contamination can negatively impact the removal of the stripes and the application of the new ones. We're going to remove the bonnet stripes by applying heat. When we apply heat, gentle heat, to the vinyl, there's two things happening. First of all, the adhesive softens and the vinyl softens. Especially if your bonnet stripe is old and has been baked on the bonnet under the sun, it's going to help you to remove that stripe as one piece. If you don't apply enough heat, the adhesive is not going to be soft, which puts more stress on the vinyl, and vinyl is going to start breaking up when you start peeling it off. So maintaining enough heat is going to help you to remove the vinyl as one piece without any damage to the bonnet. So here I am using a heat gun set to low to medium heat. Nothing too extreme because I just want to soften the adhesive, not mess up the paint. I keep the heat gun about 10 to 15 centimeters away and move it in a slow, steady motion across a small section at the time. So I'm always working on small section. The key is not to let it sit on one spot for too long, or it could damage the vinyl or the clear coat underneath. I usually apply heat for about 15 to 30 seconds per area, just enough to loosen things up without overheating. The best way to find out whether you're overheating or not is to actually touch it with your hand. If you can touch the vinyl with your hand and it doesn't burn your head, that's a good temperature. Doing this way in small sections and with a bit of the patience makes the vinyl come off a lot cleaner. It's tempting to rush, but that's when you get tearing and glue left behind. You can use credit card by gently sliding the edge of the credit card under one corner of the vinyl. You want to get just enough lift to grab it with your fingers. Don't force it. If it's not coming up easily, apply a bit more heat. Once you've got an edge lifted, you can slowly peel it back, keeping a steady tension. Use the credit card to help guide or lift the vinyl as you go, especially if it gets stuck or leaves little bits behind. Here the vinyl actually tore. I use the credit card again to gently slide under the edge and lift it back up. Once I've got a little section free, I apply heat. Then I just grab it with my fingers and keep peeling. It's all about patience. With the stripes removed, there is more than likely going to be some leftover of the adhesive. To remove the adhesive, you're going to use the isopropyl alcohol and microfiber towel. If the adhesive leftovers are stubborn and they cannot be removed by microfiber towel, that's when credit card is going to be handy. Okay, so we'll start with isopropyl alcohol. So we're applying alcohol on the glue and then use microfiber towel to remove it. As I mentioned before, it won't come off right away, so you'll need to do it multiple times. Once you see that there is no more adhesive coming off from the microfiber towel, that's the time to saturate it with isopropyl alcohol and start using the credit card technique. The best way to test whether you removed all the leftover of the adhesive is to drag your finger. Your finger has to go smoothly without catching any of the glue. If that's the case, that means that you've done a great job. Now we'll just continue doing the same with the rest of the bonnet. Unfortunately, I have to remove the old bonnet stripes. There is some discoloration to the clear coat. That's mainly caused by the poor quality of the vinyl. The previous vinyl was not original, and that's what causing the discoloration. I tried to polish the discoloration, unfortunately it doesn't come off. Luckily, the new strap is going to cover that discoloration and it's not going to be visible. Now for the fun part, adding the new stripes. If you buy stripes directly from Mini, those stripes are pre-cut and directional. So you take the stripe and place it on the bonnet. In this part, you can see I've already installed the vinyl stripe on the left side and the new stripe on the right hasn't been applied yet. I'm now measuring the position of the left stripe to make sure the right one lines up perfectly. That way the final result will be symmetrical and the new stripe will also cover the damaged section of the clear coat left behind the old low quality vinyl. Here I'm spraying the application solution onto the bonnet and adhesive side of the vinyl stripe. Applying a generous amount helps prevent the vinyl from sticking too early, giving you time to position it perfectly and avoid air bubbles and creases. Now I'm spraying the application solution over the top protective layer of the vinyl to make sure it's fully saturated. This helps create a slip layer and makes it easier to push out any trapped air or fluid underneath. I'm mainly focused on getting the big ones out to ensure a smooth finish. Next, I carefully remove the protective layer. Just a heads up, when you do this, the vinyl will most likely lift off the bonnet a little. If that happens, hold the corner of the vinyl in place while you peel back the protective layer. Slowly pull it downward, making sure the vinyl stays aligned and doesn't shift from its position. You'll probably notice some air still trapped under the vinyl. Don't worry, that's completely normal. We'll take care of those and remove them fully in the next step. At this point, the protective layer is gone, so it's critical to use the soft side of the applicator. Take your time and gently work out any trapped air or fluid from under the vinyl. Avoid pressing too hard. You don't want to stretch or damage the glossy surface. This is the final step of the vinyl application, so your goal here is to remove all the remaining air for a clean professional finish.